Hello everyone. Welcome to the channel. I just thought I should make this update on the matter of Mr. Poswane. I made the initial video about a month or so ago. If you haven't watched that video, you are welcome to visit my channel, and you will get all the details of the plight of Mr. Poswane. After that, Mr. Poswane did indeed return to work, offer his services to the employer, which is the Department of Forestry, Fisheries and Environment. And it transpired that the supervisors of Poswane were given instructions not to offer him any task to perform and not to offer him space from which to work. And basically, they were instructed to ignore him. And due to that, he then elected to lodge a grievance. And the employer has since responded to the grievance, and the response was signed off by Miss Priti Lupondo. She's the Chief Director, Human Capital Management. And the letter reads as follows: Dear Mr. Poswane, response letter to grievance. Your grievance received on 30th October 2024 refers: after careful assessment, the following was discovered. You can underline the word discovered. According to personal record, you were dismissed from the public service effectively from 14 December 2024 for allegation of misconduct related to theft. Therefore, you do not fall under the definition of an employee. As such, you cannot lodge a grievance. Going back to the word that is underlying, the department here seem to claim that they have discovered this, as though maybe they did not know that he was fired in 2022 December, and that is something that they get to find out when they were checking on the PESAL system. The truth of the matter is that when a person is dismissed, it is in fact the department that update the system to indicate that the person has been fired. So for all intents and purposes, when Mr. Poswane's dismissal was set aside by the bargaining council, the department was supposed to have updated the record to reflect as such. So it would appear as if they didn't. And that's the first thing. And the second thing is that the department here create an impression that that was the only order or outcome that is pertaining to this particular matter. Again, the reality of the situation is that the decision to terminate the services of Mr. Poswane that was made in December 2022 was reversed or set aside by a bargaining council. So that dismissal does not stand anymore. Yet the department in its letter wrote as if that decision still stands. That is a clear disregard, or a case of disregard to the rule of law. the department cannot just on its own set aside a decision of a bargaining council that is made in terms of the Labour Relations Act. Its only recourse is to brought a review in the Labour Court to set aside the decision that was made by the bargaining council. And the decision that was made by the bargaining council has not been set aside by any court. It therefore stands. Now, acting as if that decision has been set aside is on its own arbitrary and unlawful. Secondly, the letter carried on and said, we acknowledge that you have a pending case that is currently at the Labour Court. That statement is clearly untrue. Mr. Phoswane does not have a pending case before the Labour Court. It is actual fact the department that has a pending case before the Labour Court, in which they brought an application to review the decision of the bargaining council. So this statement is probably made specifically to try and create an impression that the delay in finalizing Mr. Phoswane's matter, it depended on Mr. Phoswane's case that is pending in front of the Labour Court. He then carried on to say, you were further informed not to report for duty pending the finalization of the matter by the Labour Court. Once again, I mean, the matter that is pending before the Labour Court has been there for over a year. And it's the matter that was brought by the department. And so to say that, I mean, he should wait until the department elect to prosecute their own case is definitely unfair to Mr. Phoswane. But generally, this is an indication of a department that is hell-bent on violating the rights of its employee and creating a situation whereby even if they get awards or judgments, these awards, they are ignored as if they don't exist, which leaves the employee without any other recourse. And it creates a situation of some kind of a dictatorship within a constitutional democracy that is based on the rule of law, where you are not certain that even if you have a judgment in your favor, whether that judgment is going to be honored or complied with. And by the way, that is the general attitudes within the department, whereby senior officials, they rely on dishonesty and lack of integrity to suppress and abuse the rights of employees. And yeah, that is the end of the update. Thank you. Cheerio.